Hi guys, welcome to Janet's Kitchen. You know what? I've been dying to show you how to make bread pudding because I know we all have that whole thing of like the old style bread pudding. No, not with me. Here I have Krispy Kreme donuts and old Cuban bread. You know what we're going to do with this? We're going to bring it up a fucking whole bunch of notches. Okay? There we go. We're going to make our custard for this. And we're going to do it real easy. Custard is really not a big deal at all. It's evaporated milk that we all know. All us Cubans know this. I'm going to pour this in one bowl, one can, and I'm going to pour another can in my other bowl. Because we're doing two separate bread puddings. The Krispy Kreme and the regular bread. Now, condensed milk. Ooh la la. Who does not love this? Because I know I can eat this and lick it off my fingers all day, every day. Right? Simple as that. One can of condensed, one can of evaporated. Easy squeezy. Now I'm going to add the other can to my other bowl. Just like that. Bread pudding made easy. Really, like back in the day, I thought it took you like the whole damn day to do it. And who does not love Krispy Kreme donuts? OMG. I'm like already salivating. So, got that in there. So, our custard is next. What I'm going to do is, I put about 12.5 cut up Krispy Kreme donuts in one pan. And then put about 1.5 pounds of Cuban bread in another. Stale bread is good, you see? Real dry, because that is going to absorb all that liquid that we're putting in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 4 eggs to each of my custard. But before I do that, I'm going to make sure that my eggs are okay, and I'm going to put them in a small bowl, because I don't want these things to be like all nasty. Make sure your eggs are fresh. Very important. Okay? Okay, 3, 2, 1, we're almost there. You got me? Because that's how I roll. Janet la Juanita. Yeah. Here we go. We have our 4 eggs here. I'm going to grab a fork and just beat them a little bit and add them to one of my custards. There we go. Now for the other one. Same drill, people. Easy squeezy. Sometimes we think they're more complicated, but it's really not, because food is about the love that you put into it. Simple. And that's why I'm here. Nobody's ever heard my voice saying, easy, okay? I never went to school. I learned because I have a love for food and I love to eat. Who doesn't? Oh. I got my 4th egg almost in here. And I'm going to do the same thing. Beat these little babies. And add them to my other custard. So I'm doing 2 first today. Now, I'm going to go ahead and whisk my eggs into one of the custard. Okay? This is going to be for the Krispy Kreme donuts. Nice, and see that? Mix in. I know you have to see. Seeing is believing. Other one. Blah, blah, blah. Same old thing. What changes? 2 completely different bread puddings. my Krispy Kreme that are deliciously sweet on the outside, and my stale old Cuban bread. What you do is what you do. You add a tiny pinch of salt to each one because salt makes your sweets sweeter. Okay? Now, for my regular Cuban, I add, you see what this is? A rum. Yum, yum, yum. And I know how to pour this. It's about a half a cup that I'm going to add to this batter, because I want that flavor of the rum to come out. And I'm going to beat it a little bit. Okay? And add some sugar. Probably 3/4 of a cup. Let me grab that. Because you have to see everything I do, right? Looking in my cupboards and all. That mess. Arrgh. This is my kitchen. I'm not a professional. I'm just me. But my food is damn good. Okay? So I'm going to grab a little measuring cup. And I'm going to add about 3/4 of a cup of sugar. Easy as pie. Oh, that rum smells so good. Adding my sugar. Simple, guys. It's more simple than you think. One important step, vanilla. Important. And of course, you know I'm not going to measure that shit either. I'm going to go like this. 1 teaspoon. Just like that. It's about a teaspoon, give or take. But this custard is going to be amazing when that bread starts to absorb it. Oh, you'll see. If you don't believe me, just ask me and I'll let you try it. Just like that. I just want to make sure this is like nice and together as a custard, because custard is very important because you're building something. And what I want is for all this bread to absorb this delicious custard. Very little by little. Just gonna add it. And you'll see how fast this dry old Cuban bread is going to absorb all of this custard. And that's what's going to give it all the flavor and moistness that we need. But wait a second. It gets better, because I'm going to have to play with this. And playing with food is fun. I like it. Even though my fingers will get dirty, I don't give a crap. This is what you do. You smush it in a little, and that bread is going to start absorbing all this delicious custard. And it's a little bit of a pain in the butt, but simple at the same time. Just bring it around and make sure that all that bread is covered in the custard. Damn, I love playing with food. Oh! And food fights. Those are fun too. Love it. My bread is perfect for absorbing all this custard because it's what? About 7 days old? Even better. Now that my hands are really freaking dirty, I'm going to wash them for a second, because you already see that all my bread has absorbed this custard. And oh my, it smells yum, yum. Give me 2 seconds, I'll be right back. You can still see me. What? Damn, I love cooking. I don't even know why I haven't done this before. So, clean towel, drying these little hands right now. But for my little rum bread pudding that I have here, I made a syrup with 2 cups of sugar, 1.5 cups of water, a star anise, and a little bit of a cinnamon stick. Not too much. You don't want too much cinnamon or too much of the anise because it'll overpower the flavor. Okay? That's for later. For now, butter. A lot of it. And I already have it here. See? Unsalted always. You never want to add salted butter to any of your desserts, cakes, etc. because that will be overpowering and will not taste good. So I'm going to cut my butter with my favorite knife, of course. Easy squeezy. I'm going to put this on top. Just getting it ready for the oven, because without butter, you have nothing. You know, right? That fake canola, gazzola crap does not work. Butter always. Oh my gosh. Throw it around. You don't have to be neat and dandy, because this is old school Cuban bread pudding, okay? What your grandmother used to make, your mom makes. That's what I'm doing. With a little bit of a twist, of course, because that's me. But darn it, it's delicious. So, I'm going to set this like this and put it aside because we're going to work on the other one with the krispy kreme donut. But over here. Krispy Kreme donuts. Big at all? No biggie. We have our other custard ready with my sweetened condensed milk, evaporated milk, and I'm going to add a tiny bit of regular milk to this. Not too much, maybe about 1/3 of a cup, give or take. Hello, I don't really measure. I is all. Damn, shit sticks like crazy. And I do want to add some vanilla to this as well. Where the hell is my vanilla? Here we go. And I'm going to add the same amount, probably about a teaspoon. And there you go. Easy squeezy. That's my other custard. No rum in this one, because we're going to make a delicious semi-sweet chocolate sauce for the top. Because we know that Krispy Kreme donuts are super sweet. Even so, I have to add a little bit of sugar to my custard, because if not, it's not going to taste good at all. Half a cup, more or less. Little by little, because you need to make sure that you mix it in well. Who does not like Krispy Kreme donuts? Seriously. Well, my son does, even if they're really old, and I hide the boxes in the cabinet, he finds them all the freaking time. He's good. We have to give it to him. He's real good. Not better than me. I knew that shit was going to happen. Oops. That crap was going to happen. So, I'm going to go ahead and pour this custard with my vanilla, sugar, my egg, my condensed milk. And these donuts are going to absorb all that custard. Yummy, yummy. And you know I'm going to play with my food. in a second. Huh? Make sure you spread it all around and try to get everything covered, even the sugar that's in the back. Damn it, I'm already like dying to try this thing. But wait, there's more. I want to play with this. Because I want to make sure that everything is covered with my custard. Oh my. Did you ever think that food was so much fun? Nobody really does. And I love it. And I thank my grandma for being such a great cook. Amazing. I used to watch her for hours, and I come up with my own recipes, but pretty much it's all inspired from my grandma, which was the best cook I've ever known. And I don't want to get teary-eyed, but it gets me very emotional because food, at least for me, is very important in my life. All the women in my family, we always get together in the kitchen, and it's such a special time when we all start gossiping and talking all this crap in the kitchen, and the men have no clue what we're talking about. That's when you're good. Washing hands again. I'm still here, so didn't forget that. It's washing my hands. That's why my manicure is never perfect, because I wash my hand a gazillion freaking times. Now, I have my Krispy Kreme donut with custard, and I have my regular bread pudding here too, with my rum and my custard. Now, my oven is set to 350 degrees. I'm putting both of these little babies in there. But before that, I have to add a little bit of butter to this too, because why scam on butter? It's the best. And I'm not Paula Dean, I'm Janet. Okay? La Juanita. Don't even go there. Here I go. Little by little, because you can't hurry food. Baking is not like cooking a regular meal. You have measurements, and I learned the hard way because I never went to cooking school. I just have a passion for cooking. Where's the rest of my butter? Here we go. What more deliciousness can you get? Almost done with my butter. And it's going to make it flavorful, rich, and very golden, which is what we want. We want delicious flavors in our mouths. Washing my hands again. You know how I roll. That's why I have like short nails. No acrylic going on here. Doesn't work for me. My oven is preheated already to 350. And I'm going to put these little babies in there. Before I do that, I'm going to cover them with some aluminum for about 30 minutes. Luckily, I have a double oven. I am a lucky girl. But I only need one right now. And my other pieces. What can get more delicious than bread pudding? Oh wait, I forgot. I'm going to add a little bit of almonds to my traditional Cuban rum bread pudding. I almost forgot, you see? I need feedback, people. Feedback is important to me. And these are the sliced almonds. that I'm going to throw on top of this. And they're going to crisp up really nice and give it a little bit of a crunch and some texture. See, I almost forgot that. This whole like filming thing is not easy at all. A lot of you know me and you know that I'm very outgoing, but for the most part, when you're in front of a camera, you breaks, okay? Not easy. Sticking that in my oven. The Cuban. And be careful you don't burn yourself, because I've done that a gazillion times. "35 to 45 minutes, and then we'll come back and check it.